If your father's not in your life, right now, if your father's not living at home with you, he's not in your life, just raise your hand. Let me just see where you at. Yep, that's a problem. So I'm on a mission, right? And my mission is to let you know that you got purpose. It's to let you know that you got life, that you have value, that you are perfect just how you are. Are you supposed to stay there? Nah, we're supposed to keep growing, because if you ain't growing, you dying. But right where you are, like how you've been made in construct, man, awesome, amazing. So now we got to say, how do we become the best version we can be? I promise you, I wasn't always speaking. Listen to me, I know how it feels to be born and to feel like you don't have no worth, to feel like you were an accident. It's not a good feeling. So what I had to do, I had to say, you know what, I got a choice. I could be like this person, I could be like that person, but I got a brain. So I said, I choose to be successful. I choose to put forth the hard work. I choose to put forth the effort. So I went from selling drugs, from flunking out of school, and alcohol and violence and stealing, all sorts of silly stuff I was doing because I was broken. And I said, you know what, I want to be a better version of me. And so I made some changes, right? Man, when I made these changes, life for me began to shift. Life for me began to change. And I became a different person. So now, because I made some decisions and I put forth the hard work, I got a wife, I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? We own a home. I get to travel and speak all over the place. And I'm here today for free because I care about you. When Ebony reached out to the school, she was like, Jerry, the school, they don't have a budget, but they would like for you to come and speak to the kids. Done deal. It's done. It's done. I'll be speaking at the university in a couple of hours. But I'm like, we're going to come extra early because you are valuable. Because you're worth it, and I'm hoping that you get it inside your brain. I know your environment ain't the best. I know you be looking around at home and you be seeing some stuff. Most of y'all in here, you done seen stuff you should never have ever seen in your life. But you've seen some stuff, right? You've experienced some stuff. So now you gotta say, okay, how do I bounce back from it? How do I grow from it? How do I not let that define me? Some of you have been hurt, you've been abused, you've been talked about. You gotta say, all right, I already know. I've interviewed a lot of kids, 11, 12, 13, 14. They share some stuff with me, moved me to tears. Like the stuff that you having to carry, you having to deal with, I know it's heavy. That's why I'm here today, to tell you you can't give up though. You gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep pressing. You gotta every single day say, nope, I'm not gonna make excuses. And so the reason why I come to schools and the reason why I speak to as many young people as I can speak to is I'm hoping that something sparks inside your brain. I'm hoping that something makes you say, you know what? Wow. I'm hoping that something clicks and you have a different walk, you have a different talk about you. That's why I asked how many of your fathers are in your lives or not. And like most schools I go to, the majority of their hands went up. Like, that's a problem. But just because he's not in your life, just because your mom and daddy may not have planned for you or things didn't work out, that ain't your fault. That don't mean you're an accident. You're here for a reason, trust me. And I just shared with you my story and all the issues, just a few of the issues I've had and where I am in life now. So I'm gonna let you know, shoot, if I could do it, you could do it. So in 2012, me and my wife, we walked away from great high-paying jobs. She worked for the government, and we said, you know what, there's something more. So now we're talking about sacrifice now. I said, there's something more to give. I got more to give than just to make a good check and to, do a little scholarship or just give to the Boys and Girls Club. Like, I want to do more. So I started writing books, I started traveling and speaking on my own, started a nonprofit like on our own, just me and my wife. And now we got a whole team that we build. And why did I do that? Like, why would I walk away from a high-paying job? Why would I do that? For you. I chose you over money. I'm the same as your teachers, trust me. Your teachers could have became engineers or doctors. Your teachers could have done all these educators that work in this building, they didn't have to do this. They chose to be overworked and underpaid. Trust me. They chose you over money. That's how valuable you are. So I get your father not in your life. That's fine. Matter of fact, I just want to see something. I just want to see a show of hands, just real quick. I do it just about every school I go to. I just want to further prove my point here. If your father's not in your life, raise your hand right now. Put your hands down. All right, so watch this. So since he's not in your life, you start feeling like you don't have the worth. You start feeling like you don't have the value. You start feeling like, well, he's not really here to show me how to be a man. So I'm gonna watch what I see on TV and the media, and I'm gonna let that depict what manhood look like. Wrong. That's why I came today, for free, to let you know this what manhood look like. Like this what that next level looks like. So I had to sacrifice. We walked away from those jobs because we said, man, our people here is worth more. I want to be able to have the freedom to travel and go all over the globe to speak life to my people, because we dying. So you got to ask yourself, like, how you going to sacrifice? Listen to me. Y'all got to get this now. Like, all right, so we're going to talk like real life, like manhood. Like I got a wife and I got a little daughter, right? I got a 401k, I got health care, I got benefits, I got a retirement plan, making great money. I say goodbye to all of that because my purpose was greater than that. And so I said, so now I have to think about not just my family, but I have to think about you and you and you and you. Why? Because we all we got. We have to be willing to make sacrifices. I promise you, I believe in you. So I don't know how many of y'all are gonna get it. I don't know how many of you are gonna see that inner value inside you. Like, I don't really know, but I promise you, like, it's a certain percentage of you that's you gonna get it. It's gonna click inside your brain, and you're gonna put forth the necessary effort, and you're gonna make some changes, and your life gonna go to a whole nother level. I promise you, like, I remember being in science class, and we figured out like where babies really come from. Like, I ain't tripping that your father, now listen to me, you gotta get this here. Like, I get your dad not in your life, you was adopted, foster care, like whatever, or your dad, your mom got divorced, whatever, like whatever. You know, whether you feel like you were planned for or not. Let me just tell you something real quick. Let me just dispel a lie real quick. Trust me, there is still value, there is still a purpose for your life. You were beautifully and wonderfully made, trust me. Let me tell you something, when your dad, because only one sperm connect with your mama's one egg. Just one sperm connect with her one egg. 23 chromosomes from your mama and 23 chromosomes from your dad come together to make one cell. You came and developed from one cell. Now you're trillions and trillions of cells. Trust me, they might not have planned for you, but there was a plan for your life. And so now you gotta say, what am I gonna do with my life? How do I make my community? How do I make my country? How do I make Carver High School, a better place? Like, how do I become the best me I can be? You gotta reprogram your brain. So when we at the school we just left, out of 600 young men, at least 5 of them, their fathers wasn't in their lives. So let me tell you where that come from. That come from a guy that's broken, and he don't really know how to treat women. And then it comes from a woman who's broken, and her father wasn't in her life, and so she think he cute, and he thinks she cute, and then they get together. And watch this, she end up pregnant, and he not ready to be no father, no husband. So he like, oh man, now they got baby mama drama. Now she raising a young boy or a young girl, and the father ain't there. And then when they grow up, the young boy don't really know how to be a man because his father wasn't in his life. Or if it's a young girl, she don't know the value that she has because her father wasn't in her life. And as soon as she meet a young guy, and as soon as he meet a cute little girl, they get together and the cycle continues. So I want you to know, that's why I took you there. Because I just left a high school with 600 young African-American men, and over 500 of them, their fathers are not in their lives. That's the problem. That's why I came to CSU to tell you. When you meet this, I know she cute, but you gotta ask yourself, are you willing to take care of the child? Are you ready to put a ring on it? Is she wifey material? Like, do you even know anything about her family? But you horny and you sleep with her, and now you help add to the system. So I'm asking myself, where are those 500 fathers? Are they dead? Are they in prison? Did they get married somewhere else and marry another family? Like, where are they? I'm looking at 500 young brothers that don't have a dad in their life. That's a problem. And I'm on a mission to help reverse that curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make the necessary precautions so we not having kids just running around like look, this is God, it's levels to it. And it breaks my heart. I be going to schools, girls be coming up to me talking about my dad is not in my life and why don't he love me, and she crying in my chest, and I ain't gonna front, I'm pissed. I'm like, where buddy at? He probably somewhere think he's smooth, think he cute. Somewhere on Instagram, Snapchat, like, you know what I'm saying, kicking it. But his daughter got her face buried in my chest, she's crying. That's the problem. So I'm excited and feel honored to stand before so many young men. But you gotta ask yourself, are you ready to really be men? Or do you want to just be adult males? There's a difference. How are you going to be men of honor, men of valor, men of substance, men of integrity, men that have responsibilities, men of leadership? that people look at you and you can be trusted to lead them and guide them in the right direction. That type of men. Men that have been trusted with influence. You know what I'm saying? But you say, yo, since I got this number on my chest, since I got this number on my back, since I got this ball in my hand, you know what I'm saying? People look up to me. I'm a role model. It starts now. But you got to start asking yourself like, yo, how do I get to that point to where I even want and desire that?